Hobby! Hello, welcome in. How are you doing? Please excuse how the captions decided to pick your name up there. Bless them, they're not very good at names. They're not very good at anything this morning. Hang on, that's better. Oh, it's afternoon now, isn't it? Silly me. I hope you're doing well, Arby. I think we'll get started. So I decided to put us on the load screen because where we've saved. Afternoon, Dave. How you doing? Welcome in. Where we've saved, there is a very, very annoying sound in the background that never stops. So I thought this would be a nicer way to come back into the game. So gird your ears. Because good lord, that is an annoying noise.
There was no way I could improve on the sculpture with the janitor watching me.
Improve on. I see how this goes.
Hello.
Oh, hi.
It doesn't even
No
stop
whistling,
when
right.
they're chatting.
Right. Do you recognize this matchbook?
You should never ever play with matches.
I know that, but
People get hurt when they do.
sure.
They end up in hospital, like the burger lady. She was so burned up, they didn't know whether to use bandages or onions.
Wow, that's bleak. I'm good, thanks, Dave. I had a really nice stream last night and got up at a reasonable time today. Was able to walk Portos before the stream, have had some lunch, so things are going good today. Things are going good. And I've been doing a little bit of pixel art as well, so it's always nice to get a bit of creative time in.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Who is it?
That's what I'm asking you. Have you seen him before?
How should I know? You haven't told me who he is.
Take a look at the photo.
Yeah, okay.
Now, have you seen him before?
No.
That was way more difficult than it should have been. Okay, what else have we got here?
Do you know where I'd find a patient called Marquet?
No, I'm not allowed on the wards with Mr. Shiny.
That's fair, he's really annoying.
Have you seen any unsavory characters lurking about in the quarters?
No, sir, I haven't. But I've got nothing to worry about. What's that, Mr. Shiny? You'd take good care of the rascals, I'll bet you would. With a friend like him, I've no fear of oppressors.
It must be a great comfort.
He is.
Polish your enemies to death. Certainly one way to do it.
Do you know a nurse called Grendel?
Sure I do.
Is she on duty today?
Yeah, end of the corridor, Ward J2.
Okay.
Would Mr. Shiny be your polishing machine by any chance?
What gave it away?
Please, don't call him that. He's more of a friend than a machine. I've had Mr. Shiny for 3 years, and he's never let me down once.
Aww.
How come you got so attached to a polishing machine?
I
Call him
asked
by
you
his
not to
name.
Call him that. He's got a name, you know.
Yeah, Mr. Shiny. It's just that...
You think it's odd, don't you?
No, I
don't mind. The rest of the staff think I'm twisted. I heard them snorking behind my back when I gave Mr. Shiny his weekly pull through.
Whatever you've got with this
That
metal...
sounds like a very
is
dodgy
probably
euphemism.
a fine and noble thing.
It is? Say, it's not every day I meet someone as crazy as me.
Wow.
See you later.
Yeah, take care now.
Maybe the face of the unaccountably happy domestic had made me unduly suspicious. I mean, I knew it was only my imagination, but the water tasted, well, peculiar.
Uh-oh. Put some plaster of Paris in it? No, okay. It's worth a shot. So we can go this way. We can go that way. I think we can go this way as well. I think they are separate routes. Go that way. And we can go that way. Let's go this way. Well, we found where we're supposed to be. Because that's Grendel. Or whatever her name is.
Oui, monsieur.
Is this Ward J2?
It is, but you're not supposed to be here. We have strict rules about visiting hours.
Can't you make an exception? I've come all the way from California.
You must speak to the doctor.
I can't wait that long. What if he snuffs it?
You can't talk like that here. This is a hospital.
It's
You will have to leave.
kind of rude to do that, to be fair.
Do you have a patient named Marquet on this ward?
Oui, monsieur. He is in the private room at the end of the ward. He has been placed in strict isolation.
You can tell me how my brother is, can't you?
Of course, monsieur. What is his name?
Jacques Marquet.
Let me see. He's satisfactory.
I was told he was dying.
Well, he is, but the doctor described his condition as satisfactory. That's quite an improvement on yesterday.
He is dying at a satisfactory rate.
Do you know who paid for Marquet's room?
No, of course I don't.
Preferential treatment like that must cost an arm and a leg.
That's not my concern, monsieur.
Do you have any clowns on the ward?
Why, yes, we do. A professional clown.
I'll bet he lightens the place up.
Hardly. Monsieur Boissy has been in a coma for the last 3 months.
Oh, that's sad.
What's wrong with Boissy?
He was involved in a very nasty accident. A silly stunt involving a unicycle.
He's dying and the doctor
His
thinks
current
that's a good
condition is
thing.
due to
I always
post-traumatic
say.
shock. It's unlikely he'll ever perform as a clown again.
It's an ill wind that blows nobody any good. Thank you, nurse.
You may come back at visiting time, monsieur.
Thanks. When is that?
The second Tuesday of each month.
Wow, that's really strict. How you doing today, Wheezy? Game? What? Oh, he's there now. Okay.
Hey now, you can't go in there.
How come?
I'm responsible for the contents of that cupboard.
Okay. Yeah, the sneezes, but I started an Etsy shop, so mixed. Awesome. Well, do you want to pop your Etsy link into chat? Is there nothing here? Did he just step out into the void? Is this the hospital in purgatory? This is just the hospital in purgatory. It is definitely alright, Wheezy. That's why I suggested it. Go ahead. Hey, Tabby, how you doing, sweetheart? Welcome on in. Doing great, thanks. Okay. Awesome. Thank you very much, Wheezy. Looks like we've got an embroidery focus on there. That's nice. Your embroidery work's been really, really cool. What I've seen of it. Very nice stuff. I will look forward to browsing your shop. Making cross-stitch patterns. Wicked. Okay, so we need to get him to go away for some reason. And we need to somehow leave. But that takes us... How do we leave? Can we leave? Wait, he's just going to come out over there. That takes us to the ward that we can't go on yet. This takes us out into the void, and then back here. This takes us out into the void, and then back here. Is that another... Try there? It's difficult to tell whether it's picking up this bit here or that bit there sometimes. There we go, that's how we escape. Cool. We have fled the hell corridor.
Hey, Benoit!
Welcome to the Hotel California, indeed.
Do you know the nurse on Ward J2?
No, monsieur. This is my first day here. I can't wait to get my hands dirty. I was talking about treating my first patient, of course. I didn't mean I'd get my hands dirty with a nurse.
Okay, that was what I thought you meant, but that's still an interesting way of phrasing it. But whatever.
See you later.
Right.
Who's this angry-looking fellow?
Hi, my name's George Stobart. Really? If you wish to make an appointment, see the receptionist.
May I have the honor of shaking you by the hand?
You may not. I don't encourage physical contact between my staff.
I'm not staff.
Have you ever heard of the Club Alamat?
No, sir, I have not.
He's very declarative, isn't he?
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, sir, I do not.
Very declarative.
Does the name Thomas Merlin mean anything to you?
No, it does not.
You know what? I feel like this isn't going to go anywhere. So we're just going to...
Thanks for your help.
We're going to not. I think I know what I need to do. I vaguely remember us having to impersonate a doctor. And I'm guessing it's going to be this one. He seems like he'd be the easy target out of the two of them. This one looks like he could quite easily lay me out if I tried anything. There was something. That noise is driving me mad. Let's see if we can do anything about it. So, there was a power cord for Mr. Shiny, I think. We can interact with that. It's just like a tiny pixel's worth of interaction space, but we can interact with it.
As I tugged the plug out of the socket,
That's better.
the polishing machine coughed, spluttered, and died.
Mr. Shiny, what's wrong, pal?
Game? Game? Can I do anything? Is he just going to plug it straight back in? Dang it! Okay. So, coughed, spluttered, and died like so many patients. Wow, Wheezy. That was dark. It didn't let me do anything then, but it feels like I should have been able to. Perhaps I have to do it once to show what needs to be done. And then I can interact. Because, like, this is all cutscene. I've got no mouse or anything.
The plug out of the socket.
Shush. It's not giving me a mouse. Oh, don't kick Mr. Shiny. What's wrong with you? Can I have my mouse? Okay, can I have my mouse? Please? No. No mouse. Hello, Kian. Welcome in. How you doing? There we go. Mouse. Run, George. Move those legs. There we go. We do have to impersonate a doctor. That was right.
Dr. Stobart at your service.
I wish Mr. Shiny would stay quiet for a bit. Oh, nice, Kian. Okay, now I'm a doctor.
Good afternoon, doctor.
Oh, hi. Is this Ward J2?
Yes, sir. The patients are ready for your inspection, doctor.
Thank you, nurse. Well, who's first?
Monsieur Croquet in bed 2.
What's his problem?
He's been complaining of loss of consciousness. You'll need this, doctor.
She
I will
gave me
take a look,
long,
Kian.
narrow
Thank
metal
you.
box and a stunning smile. Thanks. Hi, I'm Dr. Stobart.
Hello, Doctor.
The nurse told me you keep losing consciousness.
That's right. I've had the problem as long as I can remember. It's a real out-of-body experience. Like death, but not so conclusive.
I see. How long does it last?
Just a fraction of a second, and then I recover.
I might not have been a doctor, but I was formulating a diagnosis all the same. This guy was nuts. I know exactly what you mean. It's known in the medical field as blinking.
Is it serious?
Of course it isn't serious. It's perfectly natural.
But just think, 2 seconds every minute. Why, that's almost half an hour every day. 2 weeks out of every year spent in total darkness.
I don't have time to listen to this baloney.
Learning Language Louie, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome on in. Hope you're having a great day. That was an experience.
Which bed is Marquet in?
He's round the corner, in solitary.
What's the matter with him?
I don't know, but the men who brought him in were wearing masks and rubber gloves. Hey, you're a doctor. How come you don't know?
We doctors don't know everything.
Then how come you act like you do?
Fair. I have no response to this.
Has Marquet had any visitors?
Nah, neither have I. That's the worst thing about being in hospital. You feel like the rest of the world has abandoned you.
Well, you know how it is. life goes on.
Thanks for those comforting words.
Life finds a way.
Well,
Bye.
goodbye and good luck.
Thanks, Doc.
What have I got in my pocket? What is that?
It was a device used for measuring people's blood pressure.
Oh, of course it is. They don't look like that anymore.
Hello again. Do you know what this piece of equipment is called?
No, I don't.
Hi there, totally a real doctor here, just asking what this blood pressure monitor's called. That was great. Looks at patient. No. That's what doctors do to me.
Hello? Anybody home?
Who are you?
My name is Dr. Stobart, and I'm here to steer you down the rocky road to recovery.
Dr. Monroe said there was no cure for what I've got.
Your problem
Oops.
is you stayed in bed too long.
Are you sure you're a qualified doctor?
Oh my
You
god.
better believe it.
George Stobart just bursts into a room and goes, "Have you tried yoga?" And everybody punches him.
What's your impression of Nurse Grendel?
She's a very
Hey, Soup, how you
efficient
doing?
young woman.
Efficient? You make her sound like a vacuum cleaner.
I've no complaints.
The woman in reception described Nurse Grendel as a monster.
Well, that's simply not true. She's quite strict, but that's her job, isn't it? You've got to have discipline in a place like this.
What can you tell me about Marquet?
He's the man in the private room, isn't he? That room was mine before I was tossed out like a common squatter.
I think there may be a little bit of a vendetta brewing here.
Do you know what's wrong with Marquet?
They won't even say what's wrong with me. Tell me, Doctor, what's your opinion?
It's too early to say.
But I've been here for 3 months.
See you later.
Can we actually read the patient notes on the end of the bed? I don't think I ever bothered to do that when I was younger. Don't like the posh guy, that's fair.
His temperature was normal, with little fluctuation either way.
Okay.
The graph showed a steady decline in his pulse rate and an increase in his blood pressure. It kind of shook me to see this guy's life reduced to a few jagged lines. The poor guy's temperature had been up and down like a white knuckle ride. No wonder he looked so sick.
He's sleepy now. We'll leave him be.
Doctor,
What is it?
Yes.
you haven't taken my blood pressure.
Is that something you want me to do? Wait, so Mr. Blinking is actually slowly dying? Yes. Welcome to the medical profession, George.
Seems fine to me.
You're not doing it right.
Of course I am.
No, you're not. Dr. Monroe never did it like that.
I can't take a satisfactory reading while you're excited like this. I'll come back later.
I won't.
Oh, doctor,
What now?
you didn't finish taking my blood pressure.
Slowly dying or satisfactorily dying? Indeed, satisfactorily dying is what the guy in the middle's doing.
Okay, let's try again.
don't have the first idea what you're doing, do you?
I'll come back when
Maybe.
you've recovered your manners.
George is exercising his right as a medical professional to not treat a patient who is being rude or aggressive. Very few NHS workers, in my experience, have ever actually exercised that right, but it is there if it's needed for particularly bad patients, who unfortunately do exist.
Pardon me, nurse.
Can I take your
Oui,
blood
monsieur?
pressure?
What is this device?
It's for taking the patient's blood pressure, doctor.
He's not going to let me leave until I've taken his blood pressure properly.
That is not a good idea.
I don't know, I think it's a great idea.
Hi, it's me again. I thought about giving him an electric shock, but I just couldn't do that to a sick guy.
Oh wow, George actually has morals. Good on you, George. Can I
See
need
you
to
later.
exit the conversation first. Can I go a little bit of a way towards... Oh, actually, is there a bed over here with someone in that I can talk to? No, I can't go that way. Okay. Where can I actually walk? That's the first question we need to answer. Okay, that's as far as we can go towards the screen. He's just very awkwardly walking now. No,
You
shush.
haven't finished
Okay,
taking
no.
my blood pressure.
Okay. I was hoping I could maybe collar that guy, but didn't
Will you
work.
keep quiet? You're disturbing the other patients.
I'll keep quiet when you've taken my blood pressure properly.
I have to see Jacques Marquet first.
How come he gets preferential treatment? It's because he's got money, isn't it?
It's not like that. I'll come back when you've dealt with that chip on your shoulder.
Okay. We obviously need to do something else somewhere else in the hospital. If I had any drugs, I would, Wheezy. We need an actual doctor, I think. We need an adult. And we know where there is an actual doctor who looks like he could bench press half that ward in a single go, so let's go have a chat with him. I do love the way they've posed that character. This one. Like, he's very imposing for a collection of pixels, you know?
Hey, Benoit!
Hello, Benoit. We'll talk to him first.
Yes, sir?
What do you know about this piece of equipment?
It's a device for measuring blood pressure.
I was about to ask him to shake my hand when I remembered his skin
Oh,
complaint.
yeah, he's got a skin problem.
See you later.
Right.
Okay. Benoit has nothing to say to us.
Excuse me, sir. You must be the new boy. Yeah, I must be. Well, stop wandering about and make yourself useful. Bernie, come here,
Oh,
boy.
shit, Soup.
This is Benoit, my nephew.
I hope you've
Can I
not
trust
missed
you to
anything
look
that
after
was
the-
super
Do
urgent.
your own babysitting, Gramps. Who do you think you are, anyhow?
Here we go.
I am Felix Hagenmeyer.
And may I say what an honor it is to meet you in person, sir. You
are on my medical wall of fame. Right up there with Pasteur and Leary. I look on it as a privilege, no, an honor, to look after your nephew, sir. He is fresh
Very
out of
sudden change of
medical
tone
school.
there.
It will open his eyes to see a real doctor on the job.
Oh, when was your
bet.
birthday, Soup?
Show him around. Let him see some real suffering.
Friday. Did we wish you a happy birthday on Friday? I don't remember. Just in case we didn't, happy birthday. A little bit late now, but happy birthday. I hope you had a lovely day. Okay.
Look what Nurse Grendel gave me, sir.
Ah, yes, very good. I'm glad to see you are carrying it with you. It reassures the public to see the medical profession using traditional archaic tools.
Yeah. Does it? Does it?
So long, Hagenmeyer.
And now we've got a buddy. Does this count as an escort mission?
Hello there.
Hello, Buff. Welcome on in. How you doing today? Hello,
Hello
Panda.
there.
How you doing? I arrive in
Could
time
you
to say
take a
this
look at
game's
the man
alright.
in
I
bed
quite
number
like it.
3 now?
Yeah,
His
it's not
name
bad.
is Eric Sopmarsh.
What's his problem?
He's delirious. He just now came out of theatre. He's recovering from major surgery.
I'll have him up and about before you can
It's only
say,
an escort
"Lazarus,
mission if you
get
get
out of your
paid
bed
for
and
it.
walk."
Otherwise, it's just sparkling babysitting. Doing
Hi,
good. Had a
me
shower and
again.
watched Blood Red Sky. Awesome.
I'm going to take your blood pressure. Why? I'm a doctor. It's my job. I thought about giving him an
No,
electric
okay.
shock,
We still can't shock
but
him.
I just couldn't do that to a sick guy. See you later. Hey, Benoit.
Oi, Benny. Nothing special, just quite good and well
There's
written.
no need to
Hot
shout.
take, I know.
What do you want?
I think for the time in which it was made, it's a really good game. Very, very nicely animated. Decent story. Good, not too Moon Logic-y puzzles. Which in the 90s and the early 2000s was a fucking feat. And George was racist to Irish people last week and got called out for it, so I like that about it as well. For 1997, it's astounding. The GBA version was a bit off, though. Was the GBA version the director's cut? Because we're not actually playing the director's cut as much as Twitch says we are. Twitch doesn't have an option for just the original version of the game, but the director's cut's kind of wank, so we're not playing the director's cut. Good that he got called out. It is. It's exceptional to see a character getting called out for shit like that in a point and click from when I was a child, because we've played a lot of those kind of things. We've played a lot of that sort of era of games on this stream, and when stuff like that happens, normally it's just played off as a joke. And the fact that they were just like, no, we're not tolerating your xenophobic bullshit, fuck off, was great. It made me very, very happy. GBA was the original, but without the good voice acting and animated cutscenes. Oh yeah, that's a shame then. Like, the GBA version has removed a lot of the a lot of what made this game such a good game for the time in which it was made then, which is a real pity.
Here, take this pressure gauge.
Oh, now you know what it is.
Thank you, sir. What do you want me to do with it?
Well, keep it safe until I Think of
Hello, Sophia. Welcome in. How are you doing?
Are you ready with that pressure gauge?
Primed and ready to pump, sir. What do you want me to do with it?
Take the nurse's blood pressure. That's not going to work. We want this guy.
Use it on Eric Sopmarsh.
Okay.
Should be this guy. Aha! Suck it, Eric. Doing good, thank you, Sophia.
I'm Dr. Stobart.
Bonjour, docteur.
Sorry, Porthos was licking his foot again. He's gotten into this really bad habit when he's just like lounging, he'll lick his paws and he'll lick them so much that they start to turn red, and then because they've gone red and itchy, he licks them more. So I have to try and pip him to the post when it comes to that now. Otherwise he makes his feet hurt. He's a silly boy.
Have you seen any suspicious characters on the ward?
Yeah, I have.
A gorilla and a weasel?
No, this was a tatty old bear.
How is the bear acting suspiciously?
Well, he was wearing a homburg.
Is that against the law?
No, but it's pretty weird for a bear.
Don't you think it's possible that the bear was a man in disguise?
Well, obviously, I'm not completely stupid. But who would go to the bother of disguising himself as a bear?
Yeah,
it's not as
fair
if
point.
It blend in with the surroundings. I checked with base to see if any bears had been reported missing from the zoo or a traveling circus. They told me to sit tight until reinforcements arrive. I guess they're right.
Hello, Rust.
I'd be
Welcome in.
stupid to
How are you
tackle a
doing?
bear single-handed.
And yeah, Panda, I love the backgrounds in this as well.
Have you heard of a guy called Marquet?
He's in quarantine, Doc, right behind this here door.
Marquet is just the man I wanted to see.
I wouldn't go in there if I was you. He has anthrax.
Ruh-roh. So that's another thing that kind of dates when this game was released, because there was a massive anthrax scare in the 90s.
I have to visit my patient.
What for?
Routine.
In the early
I have
2000s,
to check
very
he's
early
still
2000s.
breathing.
What if he's not?
I'll sign the certificate and register his bed as vacant.
That's a cold and distant attitude to death.
Well, I've been institutionalized to the point of godlike aloofness.
The white coat suits you.
Thanks.
I need to remember that one. I have been institutionalized to what was it? No, I've forgotten it already. That's not happening. I'm full of hot takes today. Good writing is alright. Pretty background art looks nice. Good music doesn't sound too shabby. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody has godlike aloofness. Thank you, Buff.
Catch you later, officer.
Au revoir, Doc. If you see that bear, kick him in the nuts.
Wow. Bit harsh. See if we can go this way. No, we can't. Okay.
Rather you than me, pal.
This couldn't possibly end in death. Oh, he looks really beat up.
Marquet?
Yes, I am Marquet. I've been expecting you.
You have?
Well, what are you waiting for? Get it over with.
I just want to know what I should do with the gem.
The Lahmar gem.
Yeah, right here in my pocket.
I thought you were one of the assassins.
Oh dear, he doesn't
Not
sound
me.
well at all.
I never inhaled.
So,
Monsieur Gendarme says, nutshot, YOLO. Yeah.
my place.
Yeah. You could hardly make the trip to Ireland in your condition. What should I do with the gem?
Deliver it the Grandmaster. Quickly tell him that I have found the tripod right here in Paris.
What, you have it?
Not yet, but it's being taken care of. I hired a couple of stooges with a flair for petty crime.
Would that be Flap and Guido by any chance?
You know them?
We've met. What about the Hashashin?
Is more likely to have followed Klausner. He'll stop at nothing to prevent the reforging of the sword.
And that's bad, is it?
And for Klausner, he's gone off to Syria on a wild goose chase.
They have geese in Syria?
Fuck's sake, George.
About the location of
That's enough excitement for one day, Monsieur Marquet. What are you doing here?
Talking to this patient, of course.
Monsieur Marquet is my patient. If Herr Hagenmeyer was to hear that...
Okay, I'm going. I'd learned all I could from Marquet anyhow.
Ah, there you are, sir. I was just coming to look for you. I finished with your pressure gauge.
Thanks, Bunny.
What's that noise? It
Bunny.
sounds as if someone's having a cardiac arrest.
It's all right. The doctor's in there with him.
Are you sure he was a doctor?
Oui, monsieur. He showed me his ID. It was Dr. Braille.
There's no Dr. Braille working here.
I mean, there's no Dr. Stobart working here either.
The door's locked. Help me, officer.
Stand back, monsieur.
God, that was an unpleasant noise.
I found Jacques Marquet.
Well, beep.
Did he talk?
Yeah, he talked. For the very last time.
He's dead.
Yeah. Killed in cold blood by a bogus doctor.
Who
That's
wasn't
despicable.
Dr. Stobart.
What kind of guy would pass himself off as a doctor and take advantage of a dying man?
Oh, I don't know.
Was it Khan?
No, I don't know who he was, but it certainly wasn't Khan. He got away, out the window.
Okay, now that all the cutscene stuff is done, doing alright, bit tired, but very much enjoying Darktide. Really like playing in this stage of development where they introduce a lot of new and different things to the game. It's exciting. For instance, they've just introduced power outage as a special condition. So your weapon flashlights become an essential tool. Oh, that's wicked, Russ. That sounds really fun. I would like to play Darktide at some point, but, you know, other things in the way at the moment. Khan is busy fighting the Enterprise, indeed, boss. Hey up, nerds. Hello, Ash. How you doing? Welcome in. Stand by the least likable George is in Broken Sword 2. I've only played the first two, and it was when I was quite a lot younger, so I'm going to reserve judgment until we've been through them all on stream. I think this, like, Broken Sword 1, George, is kind of feckless, a little too interested in getting into Nicole's pants most of the time. And occasionally a bit xenophobic, whether he intends to be or not.
Hello there.
From Hell's Heart, Khan stabs at thee, indeed. What's up, baby? Want me to open the door a little bit so you can go get some water? I'll be right back, folks. I'm just going to let Porthos out. I've got my door shut because Slow went to bed really late last night, and I don't want to disturb him by talking. But a certain little somebody needs to go and get a drink, don't they? Yeah. So I'll be right back. There we go. At least that was an easy one. He's just immediately come straight back in and bashed the door open as well. So he may actually want me to let him out. I may have to do a proper BRB in a second. They just went a bit far in the actually insecure guy, sweet at heart thing. Yeah, a little bit. Like they tried for feckless American, and most of the time it works. Other times it lands in arsehole American, which is a pity. Nearly maxed out my guardsman. I'm glad you're having fun with it, Ash. Also, I didn't want to say anything during the cutscene, but fun fact, when a heart monitor makes that like long flat beeping sound, that's not actually because the heart that it's monitoring has stopped beating. It's because there's been a mechanical or a technical fault with the device. So every time you hear that in a movie or a TV show or a game as a way of representing that somebody's died, what it's actually doing is going, oh, the machine's broken again. It's always really funny to me. Because the noise it makes if the heart is no longer registering a pulse is significantly different. Machine goes, ow. Yeah. God, look at that icon. That's terrifying. And I swear the eyes moved a second ago. I don't think they actually did, but...
Have you ever heard of the Hashi Ashin?
No.
Oh my
Marquet
God.
said that they were his biggest enemy.
His
Hashi
biggest enemy
ashing.
was the bogus doctor.
Don't remind me. That guy was evil. He had wild, staring eyes like a dead fish. I'll never trust a doctor again.
Doesn't help that you were pretending to be one as well. You want to go out, don't you, sweetheart? Okay, I am going to have to put us in BRB and go and let Porthos out, so I'll be right back, folks. Now is a great time to grab a snack, grab a drink, have a little stretch, maybe potter about, get some fresh air. Those of you that indulge in a smoke may want to go and pop and have a little smoke. Whatever you like to do as part of your meat mecha maintenance, now is the perfect time. I will be back with you as soon as I can. And I'm back. Hello, everyone. Easy, thank you for hydrating HobbyTan. Joke's on you, I have a salad. What kind of salad do you have, Panda? Please tell us more. Thank you, Ash. Thank you, Tabby. Full disclosure, while I was waiting for Porthos to come back inside, I opened a bag of mini cheddar, so I'm just going to finish those off before we carry on with the game. Please excuse the crunching. Oh, Panda, that sounds amazing. I'm a little bit jealous. Seeing as Porthos has elected to stand behind my chair instead of sitting on his bed. Hi, everyone. You get my face. I'm sorry. Okay.
Do you think the assassin was responsible for killing Marquet?
I don't think so. He could have finished him off the first time. Besides, Marquet would have recognized him.
He was pumped to the gills with sedatives. He wouldn't have recognized the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse unless they'd introduced themselves.
That's a pretty good phrase. I like that. I'm really hungry today. So I've got an apple oat bar that I'm just going to work my way through as we're having conversations with Nicole. From a supermarket salad bar, but so very good. If you found a supermarket salad bar that's actually really nice, I am thoroughly impressed, and you hold on to that salad bar and you never let it go, Panda. The continuing adventures of George Starbar, international fuckwit. Hello, Cyborg. Welcome in. How you doing? That is a very accurate description of what's going on today.
Have you found out any more about the Knights Templar?
Yes, I have. The guy responsible for their downfall was Philippe IV, the King of France, otherwise known as Philippe le Bel. Well, he is known to history as Philippe the Fair, but I doubt if the Templars called him that. I'm sure André will tell you all about him.
Kian, that was fucking brilliant. Well done.
Let's take another look at the manuscript. That's the gem that Pegram found in Lochmarn. That's the tripod in the Croon Museum. There's a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces.
I don't know if it's just because the image is very, very small for me, but it actually just looks like a bunch of butts. Which would explain why she's frowning.
The Night Scroll bears a phrase in Latin. Through my teachings, you will be enlightened. There's a guy with a sword and a bull. Between them is a gem supported by a tripod.
Okay, you can't see it because she's not appearing on the camera, but Porthos is like jumping up at the side of my chair and saying please for my oat bar. It's my oat bar. The buttery smoothness of medieval art, indeed. No, you're not having my oat bar. If nothing else, because I've just eaten it. He's a cheeky booker, isn't he?
Can you think of any use for this?
That's a thing for measuring blood pressure, isn't it? What are you doing with that?
I picked it up in the hospital. It could be useful.
You ought to take it back. Don't you feel guilty?
No. Don't you feel guilty for stealing something from a hospital? No, he says. Porthos, no! Oh, that was close. Porthos just smashed the escape key on my keyboard, but didn't quite manage to depress it. Little mate, you are being exceptionally rude today. Okay. Come on. The boy has arrived. Do you just are you just after attention and affection? Do lovely. Do I have to pause the game to give you affection? Is that what this? Yeah, okay. I'm sorry, folks. This is Porthos cuddle time now. Hello, Hans. Welcome on in. I hope you're doing well today. Let's see if I can. I can't reach the camera to show you him. There we go. Porthos cuddle time. He's the goodest of babies and deserves all the cuddles. Thank you for the treat for Porthos, Panda. There's the little terror. Hello, Sinister. How you doing? What kind of protagonist would I be if I don't steal shit? I'm sorry I didn't see your first message before. I was being harassed by the dog. Ash, thank you for the treat for Porthos. Love the boys' bat wings. Yeah. There's nothing in my hand, sweetheart. Oh shit! Monologue! Hello! Thank you so much for the raid and for bringing your lovely community here. Porthos, let me say thank you to Monologue and then you can have more treats. Ease up, Bob. Okay, let me try that again. Hi, Monologue! And hello to all of the lovely raiders as well. Thank you so much for coming along. Thank you, Monologue, for choosing my channel to raid. That's very kind of you. Much appreciated. Hello there. Hope your stream went well. Are you playing Dark Souls again? Awesome. I hope it's going amazingly. Hello, Thucky. Hello, Steen. Hello, Tomahawk. Hello, Lils. Porthos, calm down. Porthos doesn't know how to calm down. Come here, baby. So, Porthos really wants some affection and some treats. So if anybody wants to redeem a treat for Porthos, now is the perfect time. Because he's being very demanding. I feel like I get to love it even more every time I play. Oh, that's awesome. Torpor, thank you very much for the hydrate.
Hello there.
Hi, RNG, how you doing? Hans, thank you for the treat for Porthos. Steen, thank you for the treat for Porthos. Porthos has 2 speeds. Unconscious and mine, very much so. Tabby, thank you for the treat for Porthos. And for the treat for me. No, you don't get this one, P. This one's mine. No, you can't eat these, sweetheart. It is a fizzy cola bottle. Thank you very much. Oh god, there's so many redemptions. Torpor, I will deal with the stretch and the posture check as soon as I don't have a dog on me. Doggy, thank you for the treat for Porthos. So many treats, yeah. Drug sloth on nyong. Yeah, exactly. Torpor, thank you for the treat for Porthos. And for the treat for me as well. I'm gonna leave the lid off of both jars. It is a fizzy pineapple. Thank you. Right. Crunch, Porthos 2022, yes. I am glad that you get to hear his crunches. Magic Camera has summoned treats once more, indeed. Are you happy now? eyeing up this jar like, no, I will never be happy until it's empty. Dog ASMR sounds, I'm so happy. I'm so glad, Taki. I'm glad you're enjoying it. That good? That good? This is not how this stream was supposed to go, but here we are. Ears are so cute. Yeah, I love the way his ears just sort of are like a little radar. There you go. See? There's nothing in my hand, baby. There you go. No. He's just so treat focused today. Go on, you can have a freebie. And once it is empty, my tears will fill it. Grey muzzle puffer. Yeah, he's 12 years old now. Oh, you want cuddle now? You want cuddle now? No, no kissies. Adorable, thank you for the treat for Porthos. He's such a big soft baby, aren't you? Yeah, you're a big soft baby. No, no kissies. You done now? You had enough? No? No, he's not had enough yet. Dapper man and complete darling his little teeth. I know his teeth are great. Do love seeing the teeth. Come on, give us the teeth. Teeth. Not as good at it as Marley is. Okay. Can I get back to my game now? Is that okay? Is it okay for me to continue playing my game? I don't think he wants me to. No worries, monologued. You go get yourself some treats and you have a nice rest. Thank you again for the raid. Aegis raid, welcome ever. I'm so glad. It was perfectly timed. It really was. It's so lovely to have you all here. Okay, can I play my game now? Pretty please. But okay, I'm just gonna bring my keyboard out. There's no food on my keyboard. The disappointment in his eyes at the lack of food. Okay. We ready? Be a good boy for me. Okay, so we've already looked at that. We've not really got anything new to give
I guess I'd
Nicole,
better go back and
so...
talk to that weirdo.
Which one, Rosso or Sergeant Moo? Oh, were you referring to Andre?
I'll let you work it out.
Cat has now arrived. Hobby and I are both in the same boat. You good there, bub? Okie dokie Tucky. You enjoy your lunch, and I hope the cleaning goes well. Animation in this game is so good, like, damn. It really is. And, like, things like the flower stall here, you can't interact with any of the flowers, but look at the amount of detail they've put into it. They've actually tried to make lots of different kinds of flowers, which is really, really nice. Like, there's so few games these days that actually bother to put that level of effort into something that isn't interactable, so it's kind of nice to see that in a game like this. Okay. So, we heard from the fellow that cacked it that somebody was in Syria. So we can probably go to Syria now. Oh, no, still can't go to Syria. Eventually we'll be able to. So we need something. George Stubber enters a random house. Get out of my house, Stubber, said Gabriel Knight, reaching for a baseball bat. A little bit, yeah. Just turns up everywhere and causes trouble, doesn't he? So there's a Korean museum, though I don't think we can do anything else there at the moment. It's a drink, Porthos. It's not food. My desk is such a mess now. Like, I've got jars and things everywhere and I can't reach any stuff. Okay. So... drink is a kind of food, I suppose, in a way. Keep harassing the security guard, do it enough times and he suffers from hypertension. No, I don't want to do that to the security guard. That seems a little mean. Okay. Honestly, I think the only thing we've got anything left to do at is probably the Kroon Museum. Because that's where...
You have left it very late, monsieur.
Late for what?
Anything? I am closing the museum soon. You wouldn't like to get...
Ah.
I can tell you. Not in this gallery.
Why not?
Oh.
It is haunted, monsieur.
You don't believe in ghosts.
Oh, another
surely.
ghost.
Oh, yes, I do. 7 years ago, a lad managed to hide in here. He made a bet with his friends, I suppose. When I found him in the morning, he was cold as ice and stiff as a board.
Well, what was the cause of death?
They said it was a brain tumor. But on his face was a look of stark, desperate terror such as I have never seen before.
Scary.
I am not going to read that out, Cyborg, but I appreciate the comedy.
What can you tell me about the collection of pottery?
Those are remains of pots used by the original inhabitants of Paris. The Paris pot people.
When did they move out?
15,000 years ago, monsieur. Vanished in the mists of time. Didn't even have time to pack up their pots.
Sorry if the captions don't pick me up as well now, because I am quite a way away from the microphone, and they tend to struggle when I am. But needs must for the baby.
I thought the original inhabitants of Paris were a tribe known as the Parisi.
That is right, monsieur. Renowned for their pots. You see, in those days, people didn't have much in the way of possessions. A few flints, some animal skins, maybe the odd bone or two. Naturally, when the Parisi came along with their pots, why, everybody wanted one.
I guess they must have caused a kind of consumer frenzy.
Ah oui, they connected the market, cleaned up.
Pushing my keyboard tray back under my desk with his head. Not intentionally. You're trying to lie down, aren't you, sweetheart? And there's not enough space for you because you're not a lapdog. You're actually quite heavy. Oh, chat, I wish you could see this properly. I'm going to take a photograph of this and put it up on the Discord. Because he's using my wrist rest. I'll put it up on Discord later, like after the stream. But he's using my wrist rest as a pillow for his head. So that he can get comfy and go to sleep on my lap. Which is just fucking adorable. And he is actually going to sleep
You don't know
now.
the first thing about those pots, do you?
No, monsieur.
The boy is a lapdog. It's not his fault that you don't have enough of a lap to accommodate him. I know.
The sign on the tripod says it was found at a Templar preceptory.
It does?
You don't know anything about the tripod, do you?
No, I don't. I never had much of a start in life, you see. I owe what little education I gained to my uncle. He was an optician, but he also doubled as the village school teacher. He taught me the alphabet. Wait, 19 letters of it. The bottom row of the chart was too small even for him to read, so he left them out.
Why don't you start over and enroll for adult education?
You know, I never thought of that. Do you think, if I studied hard and did all my homework, I could be a professor of history.
At your age? Dream on.
George! We'll have less of that, thank you. If he if he studies extremely hard and passes all of his exams, yes, he can be a professor of history at his age. Age doesn't factor into it. Unless you're, unable to complete the studying due to age. 25 to 30 years' time. Hey! People can live for a good long time to a ripe old age. George, would that influence a parasite grind set?
Can you give me any further information about the tripod?
Certainly, monsieur. It's infamous. That tripod, that belonged to John D.
Oh, I'm sorry. You want me to actually pet you, don't you? There you go. Dies from stress at university history studies. I mean, yes, that could happen. Age doesn't factor into it once everyone is out of college. Yeah, exactly.
What's the importance of John Dee's tripod?
Dee was the most famous escapologist of the 16th century. The Houdini of his time.
Don't you mean alchemist? Escapologists use ropes, chains, and handcuffs, not tripods.
Well, whatever he was, that is the tripod he used in his experiments.
Well done, you solved the Porthos puzzle.
What kind of experiments did John Dee perform with his tripod?
Oh, the usual. Didn't you study chemistry at school?
Yeah, but we skipped over thaumatology.
Oh, folks, did you see that then? He just pressed his nose into my hands. Oh, that was so cute. Sometimes, if it's too bright in a room and he wants to go to sleep, he'll come over to me and he'll lift up the edge of my hoodie and he'll put his nose under my hoodie so that it covers his eyes, and then he'll go to sleep with my hoodie on his head.
Can I take a closer look at the tripod?
What? Get it out of the case? No! That
It is, Cyborg.
Is protected by a sophisticated surveillance system.
How sophisticated?
A painfully loud alarm bell.
It is the limited edition yellow Veslav hoodie, which Slow got me for Christmas a few years back. Because I am a big fan of the life of Boris. He is very entertaining, and the way he does things kind of reminds me of my granddad, who was from Ukraine. Yeah. So when we first started watching Boris, I was just like, oh, this reminds me of summer at my grandparents' place.
How is the alarm bell triggered?
By the slightest pressure on or movement of any part of the case wherein that tripod is situated.
Okay then. We have learnt something valuable. Boris is of indeterminate Slavic origin. He doesn't tell people whereabouts he's from. But he's lived in Ukraine, he's lived in Poland, he's lived in Russia, and he's lived in Estonia as well. So he's been all over the place basically, for his non-YouTube work.
It strikes me that to call your alarm system sophisticated is, well, stretching the truth a little.
It has never failed yet. The sophistication is in its simplicity.
Okay.
Thanks for your help.
So what we need to do is wait for him to not be looking. Open the window, because that'll piss him off, and then we go over here, and whilst his back is turned, we hide. Monoraid. Yes, I am probably very late. Hello, SK. How are you doing today? Welcome
It is
in.
closing time, Monsieur Lobino.
Already, there just aren't enough hours in the day.
More than enough for me. I can't wait to get home and put my feet up.
Eh bien, see you tomorrow.
Good night, Monsieur.
And a raider is never late or early, SK. They arrive exactly when they mean to. It's cutscene time. Was that one Flap or Guido? I think that's Guido. And I think that one's Flap.
Hey, Guido! Look at this!
Quit fooling around, you moron.
I was right. Yes.
Get your ass over here and bring that flashlight.
Oh, we actually have control again now.
Oh, Guido!
What's the big
Oh.
idea, you dummy? Shine the
Shit.
light down here.
The mummy! It's come alive!
Grr. Arg.
If that's a mommy, I'm glad I'm an orphan.
I think we died again because I wasn't paying attention. Yep. Oops. Well done, you won. That's the end of the game, everybody. We can go home now. I think if we restore the autosave. Yeah. Okay.
Pardon me?
Oui, monsieur?
Okay, we've already had all the
Forget it.
conversation with him. Ending A, mummies and gunnies. That's the second time they've killed us. So, ending B? I'm gonna go stand over here and wait for him to be over by the window. Yeah. Finished all the post-game story things on Pokemon Scarlet, so I'm hyped to trade some things to people and start again. Awesome! I've not bothered to pick up
It is closing
Scarlet or
time,
Violet.
Monsieur Lobino.
I might do later down the line,
Already,
but
there just aren't enough hours in the day.
More than enough
yeah, that's
for
my
me.
problem.
I can't wait to get home and put my feet up.
Eh bien, see you tomorrow.
Good night,
I don't have the time to dedicate to a Pokemon game anymore, because there's too many Pokemon to catch. And, well, with the amount of other things I do, I just don't have the time. Okay, no, we're in a cutscene, so I can't do anything. Still in a cutscene.
Hey, Guido! Look at this!
Quit fooling around, you moron. Get your ass over here and bring that flashlight. What the? Who's there?
Let's get out of here!
Oh! Ouch. Oh, you bugger, SK.
genuine enthusiasm.
Essentially, Amber, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well today.
And when I woke up, I was at the police station. Luckily, I managed to persuade Rosso I was innocent.
Story of my life.
What a mess. I bungled the whole thing.
Really, Hans?
I don't
Heck.
think so. You made a pretty good job of distracting those two crooks.
Yeah, but the killer got away with the tripod.
No, he didn't. He's not the only one who can dress up in costume.
You mean...
Let's not think about how she was keeping that in her
tripod?
jacket.
Oh, hell, Nico. I could have been shot.
Those dogs are more likely to shoot their own feet.
Yeah, you
I
say
just
that.
wish
They
you'd
already
told
shot
me
us
your
twice.
plans. We're supposed to be in this together. And how come you dressed up like a pantomime cat?
Don't sulk, Georgie, please.
Oh, rats. And don't call me Georgie.
Oh, I really
We're
thought
calling
you
him
could
Georgie
do
from now
it.
on.
After all, we've got the tripod. Aren't you going to try putting the gem on the tripod?
I guess so. Nothing happened.
Yeah.
The gem
Wah,
fits perfectly,
wah.
but what does that prove?
Maybe the tripod has to be in a certain location.
There's nothing on the manuscript to indicate where, though, is there?
Oh, by the way, I had a visit from André Lobineau.
Oh, yeah. I hope you didn't mind me giving him your address.
Not at all.
I did.
It was lovely to see him again.
Oh,
He
okay
was
then.
over the moon when I showed him the manuscript. It's not often he gets that excited. He made a sketch of the knight's crest to take back to the museum. I believe he's identified the family who bear that crest.
I sure hope so.
Okay, so we've got the tripod, we've got the gem. We don't have any additional information about the manuscripts. There's no point in looking at it again right now.
To go.
Already? You only just arrived.
Time and tide wait for no man.
Okay, I'll see you later.
Is she growing to like us? I think she's growing to like us. Well done, George. Your fecklessness has become endearing. Wish that worked that well for me. Okay, so let's go to Montfaucon. Uh-oh, another clown. This game is just oops all clowns.
Hey, you with the balls.
That's
We?
one way to talk to him, I suppose.
How did you learn to be a juggler?
Juggler? What is this juggler?
It's you. You juggle, that makes you a juggler.
No, I am a jongleur.
A jongler? What's that?
Mon Dieu. A
Enjoy your
jongleur
time in the
is an
Lurkers Lounge,
artist,
Cyborg.
A master of the contragravitique aerobalétique mysteries. In centuries past, the courts of the crowned heads of Europe had the jongleurs, witty, erudite men to whom the monarchs turned in their hours of need.
Wait a minute, wait. Let me get this straight. Our enemies are at the borders, plague ravages the land, and the peasants are revolting. Thank God we've got Chuckles the Jongler to throw his balls around. I don't think...
They had to have known what they were doing when they wrote things the way they did with this game, surely. There's no way there could be this many interestingly phrased statements without it being intentional, right? Quick, murder the clown before it can kill again. This seems like a good plan, Wheezy.
That juggling doesn't look so difficult.
Oh, don't say shit
does
like that,
not?
George.
Does it not? Perhaps you feel you could do better, no?
I'll give it a try.
Be my guest.
He's gonna suck
I
at
had
it.
no idea what I was doing. But this guy was obviously an idiot, so how difficult could it be?
Oh, Georgie. No, no,
A
no.
lot more difficult than
You
I
are the
thought.
idiot.
That's how difficult. Still, it was my big chance to be derided by complete strangers.
Ah, I see what this is.
Not
This
so
is his
easy
kink.
after all, is it?
No, I guess not.
He's got a public humiliation kink, and we accept that here. The only time we don't accept it is when it's Elon Musk buying Twitter.
What do you know about the Knights Templar?
Le Templier? Ah, their last Grand Master, Jacques de Molay, was burnt on an island in the Seine in 1314.
Wow. You're pretty well educated for a juggler.
No, monsieur. I read it on that board over there.
Okay.
It didn't seem right to fry somebody's palm when they make their living with their hands. Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
I'm constantly impressed by where his morals actually lie. Happy to steal stuff from hospitals.
I had no desire to talk to the crowd.
Won't zap a working man.
In French, English, and German, it read, in 1312, Pope Clement V dissolved the Knightly Order of the Templars and excommunicated its members on charges of heresy. In the following 2 years, many of the knights were hanged on this site. Their Grand Master, Jacques de Molay, was burnt at the stake on an island in the Seine.
It does say that. He was right. Okay, so we need to give the gem to the Grand Master, who is on an island in the Seine. Not in here.
I didn't have time to sit around.
George, move. Wiggle those leggies. Come on. George. Come on. Do the thing. That's it. That's a good George. Good George. There we go. That were hard work. Who's this meant to be?
The statue had any secrets. It was concealing them pretty well.
That appear we don't know. Okay then.
I didn't recognize the biblical story in it. I was a Sunday school dropout.
Fair enough. In French, English, and German, sounded like it only said it in English. See what you did there. So, there's still nothing for us here. By the looks. So we must need to do something outside. There's a manhole cover with a juggler on top of it. And we have a manhole cover opener. But this guy, this cop, wouldn't let us manhandle the manhole. So, let's see if we can get him to... Oh, hang on. Sorry about that. That came out of nowhere. I thought it was an IUD. I mean, to be fair, he's had a greasy tissue in his pocket since the beginning of the game, so it wouldn't be beyond the realms of possibility for him to have something that far out of the left field just in his pocket to show people.
What do you think of the juggler?
He is excellent, most watchable.
But he's blocking the thoroughfare and obstructing traffic.
So,
and he's been nicking things out of the
is
hospital.
amusing.
Yeah,
the
fair.
traffic isn't. If he wants to block it, who am I to say no?
You're a cop.
Ah, oui. So I am. Well.
So you're not going to do anything about this guy?
No.
He probably doesn't even have a license.
A license. This I had not considered.
So, what are you gonna do?
Nothing.
The instant I return to the station, I shall check.
Return to the station? Why not just ask him?
And spoil his concentration? What kind of a barbarian do you take me for?
Does this red nose mean anything to you?
Ah, you are a clown.
Do I look like a clown?
Yes.
No, although you juggle like one. Now, if I'd known you were a clown, it would have been amusing. And not a humiliation for you.
What do you mean?
Whoever heard of a plainclothes clown?
He had a point.
He's undercover.
So you're saying that if I juggle badly with a red nose, I'd be the king of comedy. But if I juggle badly without it...
You look like a pathetic loon. Oui, monsieur, you have it.
Yeah. Fair. Okay. So I guess...
See you around.
Oui, monsieur.
for anyone that didn't see the beginning of this playthrough and hasn't played this game before, the clown nose we have in our pocket was from a guy who dressed up as a clown to assassinate somebody, and we're about to just casually pop that on our face.
Hi again.
Oui? What is it this time?
I'd like to have another try at juggling, please.
You have gone on a crash course, perhaps?
No, I just had an insight into presentation.
Huh?
Allow me to demonstrate. The ball,
Clown nose from an assassin. Talk about an accessory to murder. That was great. Nicely done monologue.
Okay,
Nicely
now
done.
for my secret weapon. The juggler was speechless with rage. You could have mistaken him for a mime. And without a word, he collected his balls and left in a fury.
At least
Hey,
he picked his balls up
you
first.
forgot one of your balls. Hey! But he didn't hear.
Oh.
Better still, deprived of his entertainment, the gendarme decided maybe he ought to do some policing for a change.
And we got a juggler ball out of it. Feel like I'm playing Kingdom Death all over again. Okay. Get this manhole open. I can only imagine that he's putting that away by sort of sliding it down the side of his trouser leg, so it's just sort of nestled up on the outside of his leg. Okay. Come on, don't be finicky. Please? There is a tiny amount of... Oh, that's really bad. No, Wheezy. That would be a very different animation. Okay. Do this very slowly. We're having to pixel hunt for the interaction button, which is a little upsetting. Where is it? Ah, got you. There we go. Part of what made that so difficult is that because the mouse changes shape, the mouse pointer changes shape when you land on something you need to interact with, it actually shifts your mouse a little bit on the screen. So the quest to recover the 7 legendary juggler balls begins. This is the second time we've been in the sewers this game.
The wall had flaked, and anything once written on it had long since gone.
Same with this one? I'm guessing it's going to be the same for all three.
It was hard to read, but I made out Templier. And
okay.
something about innocence.
So that's definitely a Knights Templars thingy. They're probably all Templars thingies, to be fair, considering we're under a big old Templar place.
Inscription. My medieval French isn't much, but the few words I understood seemed to say, "This is where the gallows used to stand." Maybe.
Hello, Destroyer. How you doing? Welcome in. Honestly, it amazes me that George is so feckless and yet seems to know so many medieval languages. Like, he knows enough medieval French to get by. He knows Latin. I think he knows medieval English as well. Which are the various accents in particular. Fair point, Hans. But yeah, can you go over there? We're gonna need to do something to get over there, aren't we? Can't just wander. Can we? Are we gonna jump? Oh, this could end badly.
Okay, it's long jump time.
Uh-oh. Very late night ended up finishing Sonic Frontiers. Awesome. Did you enjoy it? I'm doing very, very good today.
Do I look crazy or something?
Yes, George. Yes, you do. I mean, you just turned towards the fourth wall and asked if you were crazy. Medieval France is a mess. Medieval everything is a mess, isn't it, Hans? Like, seriously, who was he asking there? Was he just throwing hands up to the sky and going, "Do I look crazy to you?" "I'm a historian, not a detective," he says while performing his own investigation. Yep. Best Sonic game I've played since Sonic Unleashed. I have never played Sonic Unleashed. I look at invisible cameras to pull faces all the time. I mean, so do I, but people think I'm weird anyway, so... George is actually trying to be a normie. I don't think it's going very well for him, though. I think you're lovely monologued. Not got a 360, do have a PS3. I'll take a look. I mean, I'm sure there are other ways I can play it. Yeah, we can be lovely and weird too. They're not mutually exclusive. In fact, a lot of lovely people are also exceptionally weird. Venn diagram's more of a circle. Okay.
The inscription was hard to read, but I made out Templier and something about innocence.
We do anything with this? We can interact with it. There are a lot of things in video games that make you go, when the video game does it, it's helpful and driving the narrative. When I do it, it's a symptom and a bit worrying. Yeah, a little bit. Old French was spoken in the northern half of modern-day France and consisted of Romance dialects, which were all mutually understandable but different. Oh, wow, that's really cool. Thank you for the history fact there, Hans. OST in Frontiers is god tier. Really Destroyer. I'll definitely check it out. I've heard a lot of good things about it, which frankly doesn't happen for 3D Sonic games very often. So oh no, George. Don't do it. George, don't do it. Okay, so maybe we don't need this just yet, because we've got to attach it to something. And there is nothing to attach it to. Got to use my education for something. I don't get to use it too often, being declared 100% unfit for work. That's fair, Hans. But it is always very nice to get to use your education for something, isn't it? I get very excited whenever there's something forensic-y in a video game that I'm streaming for you folks, because I can be like, finally a use for my degree! You know what? I'm gonna try and break shit.
Nothing hollow there.
Oh!
Hey! That's hollow! It was time for some brutal destruction.
Fuck yeah. Smash it. Oh, that wasn't as exciting as I thought it would be. That was rather anticlimactic.
Close up, I could see the plaster was thinner where I'd broken through, and behind it were some cogs and a lever.
Okay. Can we put this in there? No. No, we can't. Can I break more of the plaster? No.
Here goes.
Oh, I just had to interact with it again, okay.
Hey, cool! Inside the hole, I could see one of the cogs had come loose and jammed.
Oh, no, he was actually saying something different there.
I could see one of the cogs had come loose and jammed the mechanism solid.
Okay, now can we use this? That destruction looked so brutal. I know, right, Destroyer? It's the most brutal thing I've ever seen in a video game. I don't know how they got it past the sensors. This, on the other hand, may be a little bit more enjoyable to watch. Let's find out. Aww. It fell the wrong way. Even Deathclock said it was brutal. I know, right? I really, really love the backgrounds in this game. It's such a pretty game. Oh, thank you, TextQuig, for reminding me that I have failed to update my VOD archive again. When I do it, it's property damage, and I'm going to get deported.
I could hear voices from the lit area.
Okay. Somebody's doing a big talk down there. So we want to be very quiet. As brutal as Duncan Hill's coffee. Do you folks like coffee?
This was it. The conspiracy was revealed. Okay, nobody move. I'm making a citizen's arrest. At last.
You're not a citizen, George.
I could see the fear in their eyes as their little scheme came to pieces. You're all going away for a very long time.
This is going to get him killed, isn't it?
You can just drop those guns. You're
We're going to die again. I'm genuinely interested to see if I can get every death in this game now. I quite like the way they do them as well. Like, there's a moment where you go, oh shit, I fucked up. And then you get a little cutscene of what they did with your corpse after they killed you. It's great. You never get that in a point and click. It's fantastic.
Close up, I could see the plaster was thinner where I'd broken through, and behind it were some cogs and a lever. Here goes.
I will save the game
cool.
before we go down the stairs this time, so that we don't have to do this bit over again. That was great though. Like, I knew that was gonna get us killed, because it was fucking obvious. Oh, I heard people talking. Let's just walk down the stairs and blunder into their secret lair. Yeah, that's gonna go well. But I wanted to see what would happen. It was worth it. It was worth it. Played some Darktide last night with Grox and Primeby, and last night they added Demon Host, which just instantly kills you unless you run away. It was an interesting experience, and I feel bad for Primeby. Oh no, did Primbles get eaten by the Demon Host? Not out of character for George, though. No, not at all. Not in the slightest bit out of character for George. He's a special little bean, is our Georgie. I'm gonna quickly save. In their second game ever. Oh no. Poor little mouse friend. Okay. So, what have we got in our inventory that we can use down here? Very little. But we've got a juggling ball that we didn't have before, so perhaps we could throw that down the stairs. To alert them that, or something. I don't know. What else have we got? We've got the clown nose, which I don't think is going to help us at all here. We've got the photograph of Khan. Ooh. We've got the gem, which we really don't want to be using because someone's going to kill us and take it off of us if we do. ID card. Manhole cover opener, which also doubles as fake wall finder. Matchbook. Plaster of Paris. Blood pressure monitor. Hand zapper. Greasy tissue and tripod that we don't want to be using for anything as well.
Close up, I could see a faded inscription.
Oh, we've already looked at that. We didn't actually check if this one was hollow, did we?
That sounded pretty solid.
Okay, that's also solid. There's definitely nothing else in here we can do. We didn't actually look at the
It would
machine
take
over
a
here.
blacksmith or an engineer to do anything with that.
Oh, SK, thank you for the treat for me. It will be... Need to refill the jar, it's getting a bit low. It is a gummy shark. Thank you very much. Perhaps if we go down the steps a little bit. If we can. Don't go all the way down. Don't know if it's going to work.
I could hear voices from the lit area.
Gummy shark, do 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 do. It was a very nice gummy shark as well. Okay. So we know that there's voices down there now. Anything we can interact with down here? Doesn't seem like it. Toy Destroyer. I'm a little bit sorry. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, he's just shrugging. Okay. I don't think we can do anything here that isn't going to get us killed. Can't go that way. So let's just head back up and see if there's anything, like maybe we need to trigger a cutscene or something like that. Not shifty at all. We must have been under this bit. I don't know what to do. There's got to be something round here. Because there's literally nothing else for us to do. And with those voices, that suggests that, you know, we need to hear what's being said. But there's seemingly no way for us to do that without getting ourselves murdered. I'm gonna ask Google. I don't normally. I try not to, but I'm wondering if this is a pixel hunt thing, and that's the problem I'm having. I'm not sure. Oh! I hovered over this so many times and never got that before. It was a pixel hunt thing again. Okay.
In the beginning was the end.
Bugger! They're
An end wrought by our enemies began
very loud.
our darkness. In the end will be a beginning. An end to our enemies heralds our new day.
Report. The military establishments are in flux. The end of the Cold War has left them with no clear goal and as obvious targets for budgetary cuts. We have successfully promoted a sense of betrayal in the upper echelons. They feel that the politicians have cast them adrift. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Good. Mademoiselle?
Governments are giving the corporations more respect than their own citizens. A groundswell of dissatisfaction and dissidence is growing. The corporations are becoming too large and complex for their own executives to control them. A blind belief in market forces is accelerating this trend the world over. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
The global population's belief in those that govern it has never been lower. We have inculcated a sense of immediacy and action over forethought and planning in all the major governments. They are acting on hasty decisions that cannot be completed or revoked without appearing foolish. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Excellent. The tired old governments are dying a slow death from their own incompetence and our machinations. The millennium is almost upon us, and everything is in place for the rise of our new order. Almost. Professor, where is the broken sword?
He said the thing.
As discussed last time, with the loss of the manuscript, our search is as a corollary hindered. And as discussed last time, you have been furnished with a dramatically increased budget. What have you been doing with our money, Professor? We are working on the principle that the Templars, that is to say our predecessors,
Hold on. These are the Templars?
must have left a trail when they were hiding the clues to the sword of Baphomet's location. I have a small army of historians and archaeologists ferreting out that trail.
I trust these historians and archaeologists are more trustworthy than your friend Pegram.
Pegram was loyal. He tried to protect the Lochmarn gem when the Hashashin came near.
And failed. And don't call that Syrian maniac the Hashashin. He's an assassin. Plain and simple.
That's not what he believes. He actually thinks. Silence! Do I have to remind you that we have a sacred duty? A trust? When Philippe attempted to destroy the order, we lost the sword and our power with it. Now we have the opportunity to reforge it. But time is short. We need results. Not
Thank you,
petty
Dopo.
bickering, not excuses. Now, Professor Baphomet. Yes, of course. My apologies. We will find Baphomet and the sword, manuscript or no. We have already found another element actually within Paris. Excellent. What is it? Well, we're not exactly sure at present. Ha! But I have my best people working on it. You would do well not to criticize others, Eklund. At least I have not murdered one of our own.
Of course. That guy was the bogus doctor in the hospital.
Marquet was a liability. Eklund dealt with him on my orders. I beg your pardon, Grandmaster. I did not mean to. Have you any good news for us, Professor? We already know 3 of the elements. We know that Klausner had obtained the lens before he vanished. Where was he? Syria. We know that he arrived, but after that, nothing.
The assassin.
I fear so. It's a shame. Klausner was a good operative.
Okay. That seemed like it just sort of stopped. Before it was supposed to. I don't know if that's just me, but seemed like a bit of a...
This will be our last meeting in person until we locate the sword of Baphomet. I hope that I don't need to emphasize the importance of finding it. Without it, our endeavors come to nothing. With the sword reforged, we will have the power to sweep the stage of all opposition. The new millennium will belong to us. The next time that we meet, it will be to become the princess of this world!
Oh my. George seems skeptical. Off they go. Okay. Torpor, thank you for the hydrate, the posture check, and the stretch. I did those during the cutscene, so they're all sorted. You're the person to ask when it comes to squigs. Thank you, Destroyer. That's a wonderful compliment. I'm a bit stumped as to what colour to paint the speaker squig on the Goth Rocker Mini. What would you suggest? I think it really depends on the colour scheme you want to go for your Goth Rocker. I mean, I'm guessing the speaker squig is it's supposed to look like an amplifier. I've only seen a picture of the Goth Rocker figure once. I'm kind of avoiding buying miniatures at the moment because of financial reasons. I need to put my money towards computer rather than more plastic crack that won't get painted for 10 years. So I'm not 100% on what it looks like, but if it looks how I expect it does, then the sensible option, like the air quotes realistic option, is to go for a grey or a black colour. But you could go for something more out there, more fancy. You could go for a chrome one if you've got some chrome paint. Or if your goth rock is going to have a particular kind of colour scheme for a particular sort of genre of music, you could go for something that matches that more or is completely the opposite end of the scale and just complements it by being so completely different. You've got options. But really, my opinion on these kind of things is that the sky is the limit when it comes to how you paint your squigs. None of my squigs are what anyone would describe as conventional colours. And I think that's part of their endearing charm. Okay, so they've left now, so we can go down here without getting ourselves murdered.
I noticed 3 small notches around the edge of the stump's top.
3 small notches, you say? Like a tripod, maybe? I also like that this game rewards you with a bit of music when you've solved a puzzle.
The light falling from above struck the gem and scattered in 5 neat rays, and each ray picked out a letter. Starting from the seal, I could read M-A-R-I-B, Marib. Now all I had to do was figure out what the heck that meant.
And yes, Wheezy, the premise is that the Templars were Baphomet worshippers.
Nico, I've seen them.
It's just a squig with a speaker grill for a mouth and painting the goth rocker to look like King Diamond.
And
Or King Diamond, if you prefer.
I saw a bunch of guys
Mostly
masquerading
be
as
in black.
Templars.
Feel grey black would blend in too much. Ah, okay then.
They're after something called the Sword of Baphomet. The bogus doctor was there, the guy who killed Marquet. The manuscript is the key, just as we thought. It shows the way to the broken sword, whatever that is.
And how does the assassin fit into all this?
He's out to stop them.
I don't know. That's a difficult one. Maybe like a purple.
Influential positions. Don't you see? Plantar was one of them. The assassin killed him for the
Roll
manuscript,
credits.
to stop them finding the sword.
But now we have got the manuscript.
Yes.
So,
Yeah,
how
I
does
think
he
maybe
hope to find
purple.
the sword?
I don't know. They said something about a lens and a guy called Klausner who's gone to Syria. But they didn't seem to realize the significance of the very site of their meeting. You see, after they'd gone, I discovered a stone pedestal and a carved inscription. I set up the gem on the tripod, directly below a beam of light. The gem split the beam and lit the letters M-A-R-I-B
B.
Marib is a village in Syria.
Then the Neo-Templars are ahead of us. Klausner beat me to it.
You're not thinking of going there yourself, are you?
Why not?
These guys are crazy and dangerous. That reminds me, you should leave the gem here.
Okay, what about the tripod?
I'll send it back to Andre, anonymously.
The little note in it that says, sorry. Box has the squig looking red/orange as per usual squig scheme. Yeah. And I did think of purple, but I didn't want to nick off with your scheme. I don't know what you mean by that, Destroyer. I don't really have a specific scheme. Especially when it comes to my squigs. They just get the colour that feels right for them. I'm one of those weirdos. I pick a colour that feels right for the squig. And that's the colour they become. Neo-Templars, it's though the antagonists are fascists. I know, how weird is that? So strange.
Do you think I should go to Marib?
Syria is a long way, Georges.
Well, he's already been to Ireland and come back in a day, so, you know, it's not beyond the realms of possibility. Honestly, to have the kind of money that George must have to be able to just fly around the fucking world and then fly back again is, Oh god no, Destroyer. I don't have a default squig colour. I have a purple squig, which is purple because it's done to look like the penitent one from, shit. Forgotten what it's called now. Blasphemous. There we go. I've remembered. That was one of the old Logwarts curse requests, though. If I paint them purple, it's probably because I've been requested to paint them purple more than anything else.
I had neither the money nor
I
the
thought
desire
George had
to
a
buy
cat
any
tail
of that
then.
Garbage.
I thought he'd just magically sprouted a cat tail when we got to Syria. He's a Syrian cat boy now. Come on, George, say it. Nya nya. Catboy Georgie confirmed. Yeah. That is a very pretty cat, though. Can we pet the cat? We can, but the cat doesn't like it.
Hey there, young fella. Speak you the English?
Oh, good God, George.
Speak you the Anglais? Parlez-vous anglais?
Yes, si, and indeed oui, and rather better than you by the sound of it. My name is Nijo. Welcome to my grand emporium of quality merchandise.
Fuck's sake, George. Yeah, I find myself saying fuck's sake, George a lot while we're playing this game. If it wasn't for the fact that Twitch doesn't like you having swear words in your stream titles, I'd probably just call the next stream of this fuck's sake, George.
So, this is your stand?
Oh, yes, sir. Though stand does not begin to do it justice. The finest in this bustling metropolis.
This is a bustling
I
metropolis?
really wanted to make a
Well,
JoJo
not
joke
per
then.
se, no.
And I appreciate that the captions thought I was stuttering when I said JoJo joke, and took the JoJo out of it, but you were a bit off the mark there, captions. Thank you for trying. I could do. That could work, Destroyer.
You speak very good English.
Thank you, sir. I learned from tapes that my uncle procured.
At least he didn't
a
say,
language course.
do you
No, sir.
speak English?
Jeeves
Yeah.
and Worcester. Gussie
Anti-JoJo from the
Whoa.
captioning. I know, right? It's
Edible.
completely unacceptable.
Whoa.
In the words of Palpatine, do it.
That's not a very friendly cat you got there, Nijo.
No, sir. It is a very unfriendly cat.
Why do you keep it?
Oh, it's not mine. It just rests where it pleases. And today it pleases to rest there. As Kipling would say, it is a cat that walks by itself.
Fiercely independent.
And it smells.
How much are those books
Smelly
there
cat.
on the shelf?
Have you any Syrian pounds?
I think I might have a couple of Irish pund.
Then they're too expensive for you, sir.
Does the word Templar
Fair play.
mean anything to you?
Templar. Templars. Templar. Why, yes, of course.
It does?
Yes. A splendid series of books by Mr. Leslie Charteris, featuring the roguish Mr. Simon Templar.
Great.
Somebody
That's
likes
a
to
real
read.
help, Nijo. Anything else?
The Saint television program featuring Mr. Roger Moore of the quizzical eyebrow and a stick man with a halo. Bing!
So all Templar means to you is Roger Moore.
Yes.
I only watched it for the stick man with the halo. Bing! He was better animated.
So I'm correct in saying that the word Templar doesn't mean much to you.
Well, there was the Order of Knights who were wiped out in an inquisition in 1312, I suppose.
That's them. What else do you know?
Just how much information do you think there is on a Trivial Pursuit card?
A what?
Enemy, the evil edition. We had it on the stand a couple of years ago. Ask me what a feuter is. Go on, I know all this stuff.
Never mind.
Love it. And as is only right and proper in a game like this, we've got an executive ball clicker in the background. Which is not the proper name for them, but I think it was Sam and Max that called it an executive ball clicker, and it stuck with me forever. It certainly seems like a Sam and Max kind of thing.
Okay, forget about the Templars for a minute. What do you know about knights?
Like the Crusaders, they came to the East on an insane and pointless
I think
mission.
in a TV
They
show, perhaps, Destroyer.
sacrificed thousands of lives, including their own, for insensate pride. How anyone can find them romantic confounds me.
No, that's Simon Templar. Oh, okay then.
So long, Nijo.
Toodle pip, sir.
There was a thing we could... Forest. There was like a puzzle somewhere here. Okay, the pixel hunting is getting a little
I had neither
frustrating.
the money nor the desire to buy any of that garbage.
He's so rude.
I had neither the money.
Okay, no, we know that one. Oh, it's a bell. Can we talk about whoever it was that just came out of that door?
Hi, Nijo.
Hello again, sir. And how may I help you this time?
We can.
Is that your father lurking in the back of the stand?
He is indeed a roaring fellow. Ayub's his name.
You don't sound like you respect him very much.
Don't I? Not only do I respect
No
him,
worries,
I'd rather
Destroyer. It's been lovely to
that
have you
all
here
his
today. Thank you so much for
bluster
popping in.
we get on
Best of luck
very
on your
well.
trip to the shop. I hope you get everything that you want. Okay,
See you
so
around, Nijo.
nothing else to talk
Ta-ta
about now.
for now, sir.
Okay, so we've got another merchant over here who appears to be sampling their own goods. A couple of people here talking. I'm guessing one of them's a merchant and one of them's a customer. We've got the tourist walking about, doing touristy things. Not like the touristy things that George does, which are criminal and usually involve some sort of damage to a person or object. Oh... We have got a merchant who thinks probably a little bit more highly of the English. Great. That's just what we need. And we've got a doorway we can go through here. Oh, and there's another interaction thing over here. So let's have a chat with some of the people around here.
Hi, what's your name, sir?
Hello, hello, you buy kebab. Most good.
I could go for a kebab, actually. It's been a while. No kebab for me, apparently.
Well, goodbye. Have a nice day.
Most good.
I wasn't hungry and didn't want to buy fruit, so I didn't start a conversation.
Oh, okay then. We talk to these two?
Hello. I was wondering whether you could help me.
Why, hi there, handsome. What can I do for you?
Hi, my name's George. I was just...
Well, it certainly is delightful to meet you, George. My name's Mrs. Henderson, but you can call me Pearl, I'm sure.
Okay, Pearl. I was...
So nice to meet a friendly American face so far from home.
Pearl?
Yes, dear?
I was just wondering if you could help me.
Why, sure, precious.
So, tell me a little about yourself, Pearl.
Me? Oh, a gentleman's interest is always so flattering. Well, my husband and I run a greetings card company in a cute little place called Akron in Ohio.
Akron? Cute? Little?
I'm guessing that Akron is neither cute nor little, based on the way George reacted there, but I don't know my American geography, so I could be wrong. Who fucking knows?
Is your husband around, Pearl?
Well, as a matter of fact, yes, he is. Sorry to disappoint you.
Have you ever heard of a group of knights?
I think she's flirting with us, chat.
Sounds familiar. I remember. Dwayne had a book. The Holy Something and the Holy Something Else, I can't quite recall. I read a little of it.
And?
Seemed like a lot of hooey to me.
Have you talked to the boy on the bric-a-brac stand?
Oh, you've never. His name's
Angela So 5, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome on into you and your community.
He might not thank you.
There is no game Wrong Dimension. I have no idea what that is. I hope you were having fun with it though.
Back home. The poor boy was trying to do his best, but we still haven't found anything.
Do you know anything about medieval weaving?
I do a little needlework, but gosh.
It's okay. It was a long shot. I've got to go now, Pearl.
It's been
Bye,
a pleasure,
Pearl.
George. Don't be a stranger.
Point and click game, quite humorous. Oh really? Awesome.
He didn't have anything that I needed.
I'll have to take a look. I do love a good point and click. Okay, so she was sort of helpful.
Hi,
what about this guy?
I was wondering whether you could help me.
Surprised Pearl didn't give you her hotel number. I mean,
Why, sure,
her husband's
son.
here, so maybe
Always
she's
got
trying to play it
time
safe.
for a fellow American. The name's Henderson. Dwayne Henderson.
That's her
Pleased to
husband.
meet you, Mr. Henderson.
Hell, boy. I'm not in the office. Call me Dwayne.
Oh, okay. Dwayne?
Dwayne, the husband, Henderson.
You're a long way from home, Dwayne.
Could say the same about you, George.
Oh wow, really,
I'm just
Angela? It
sightseeing,
must have
that's
been good then.
Without a
I'll
camera,
definitely check it out.
kinda lax to
Thank you for
come
the tip.
all this way and not take pictures. Mind if I take a picture of you, George?
What? Why?
Ow!
We didn't
could've
say
warned
yes.
me. You don't mind, do you?
Yes.
The folks back home will be real interested.
That was rude.
What exactly do you do, Dwayne?
Didn't I say? Oh, I run a greeting card company. Yep, we're based in Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland? Pearl said you're in Akron.
What was that?
Nothing. Just thinking out loud.
Pearl writes the poems for him. You ought to ask her to recite some.
How long have you been married, Dwayne?
Hell, must be 30 years now.
Do you think
Well then.
bulls have any significance around here?
Weird question, George. Nope, I don't think they have.
I saw a medieval picture of a woman, royalty or nobility, something like that. She was looking in a mirror, but the reflection was of a man with 3 faces.
I still
What do
think
you
it looks
of
like
that?
3 butts.
I think you should be in therapy.
I mean, fair? Not for the, medieval art, though. There are plenty of other things George should be in therapy for. Like not feeling remorse for stealing things from a hospital.
Do you mind if I ask you an odd question?
Okay, but I might not answer it.
Do you know anything about the Templars?
The Knights, Templars?
Oh, bless you, Angelus.
Nope.
Well, if you need to go and get
Nothing
some
at
rest,
all.
please do. Don't
Well,
feel like you
knew
have to
they
stick
were an order of
around.
knights.
It's
What
very,
I
very
know
important to make sure that
and
you're
what I
taking care of
say.
yourself, especially after you've
Two
done a long
different
stream.
things, boy. I haven't lasted as long as I have in this business
So I
without
fixed my
knowing
phone.
that.
I'm now getting messages
In
again.
this
I'm off
business?
to go meet
Sure.
some peoples.
The
Hope the rest of
greetings
the stream
card
goes well
business.
and you all have fun.
Oh, please.
I hope you have a wonderful time with your friends, Zoop. And I'm glad you fixed your phone. And happy belated birthday again. You take care. It's been lovely to have you here today. Seems the developers have a dim view on American tourists. Little bit. Little bit. I will do my best, Angelus. You take care. And I hope you get some good rest. And thank you again for the raid.
Does the image of a knight holding a crystal ball mean anything to you?
Hell no. What would a knight want with a hunk of glass?
I don't know. That's the problem.
What's wrong, boy?
It's not a crystal ball. It all came together in my head. What the conspirators had mentioned losing. The strange perspective of the manuscript. It's a lens.
Idea.
Have you talked to Nijo?
Nijo? He's the youngster on that junk stand, right? Yeah, we've met him. He's a smart kid. Speaks 4 languages, and he's never had a day's formal education. He should go far. Kept trying to peddle garbage on us, though.
You're not gonna find much worthwhile around here.
I know that, and you know that. But try telling Pearl. She reckons there's antiquities in them there stamps.
Okay, well, I'll see you around, Dwayne.
Count on it, George.
Okay. Let's have a little wander then, because we know we can't talk to anybody else that's here. And Dwayne, the husband, Henderson, has taken a photograph of us. Which I'm going to assume has partially blinded us, because that was right up in our face with the flash on. Oh, this guy isn't shifty in the slightest. Look at the scenery, though. Very nice. Very, very nice.
I had nothing to buy a carpet with, and didn't want to lug one around anyway.
That's because you've not got a corpse to put in it yet.
Hi.
Hello, sir. Lovely carpet.
He has nothing to say to us. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, maybe there's something here that we've missed. Go for another pixel hunt. Oh, okay. So that stops being an inspection icon for a little bit, just here, which must mean that this is like a separate inspection box to this one. So if we inspect there...
In the still air, the smell hung around like bad smells do.
Okay. So what's this one?
Hello again, sir.
Oh, that's him.
Hello.
Okay.
Kebab? Yes?
every time he says something like that, I'm just going to want a kebab even more.
Goodbye. Have a nice day.
Most good.
What's that on the table there?
In the still air,
Can you folks see that? Oh, he's using it to... I don't know what he's doing with it. Same. Well, I'm glad I'm not on my own in the kebab hunger. We've not actually tried any of the places that serve kebabs around here yet, because Slow doesn't like them. We tried a curry place though, and the curry place was really good. So that's good. And we've got a nice Chinese place nearby as well. But yeah, I've not had a kebab since we moved. I want to know what this is and if I can pick it up. He seems to keep using it, so maybe I have to distract him in some way before I can do anything with it. But it just feels so out of place in comparison to the background, like it's just slightly too vibrant in comparison to everything else, if you know what I mean.
It was a kebab stand, and an ugly one at that.
That's a bit mean.
The stall holder's face wasn't a great ad for running a kebab stand.
That's also a bit mean. Okay, maybe it's nothing.
The stand had kebabs dangling from the canopy. As a marketing device, it lacked something. The stall holder's face wasn't a great...
We've had that one already.
It was a kebab stand, and an ugly...
Okay. I guess we can't do anything with it. Oh, Pearl's talking to this guy now.
The merchant was selling fruit. I decided I might have some later.
Oh, I just had a thought. We've been exhausting conversation, but we've not been showing people items.
Hello again,
we have something.
Hello. Kebab?
That we haven't
Yes.
interacted within this location.
What do you
yet.
make of this?
Buy kebab. Most good.
Yeah, he's not going to help me. So we've got a matchbook.
Goodbye. Have a nice day.
Most good.
Can we go over there, actually? Because there was a thing over there, wasn't there? Look.
I figured going out into the countryside was a pretty good way to get lost.
That's fair. Are we going to do it?
Hi there, Dwayne.
No. Apparently we're going to end up talking to Dwayne instead.
Hi there, George. How can I help you, young fella?
Maybe you already know. You've been wandering around a fair bit.
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Like, the rest of the stuff we've got in our inventory, we know what it is, we know where it came from, but this matchbook, we've not been able to find anybody that knows
Count on it,
where it came from originally. So I need to get into the habit of new location, show people the matchbook, see if anybody knows what it is. That's probably just going to bring us back round here, but I'm going to do it anyway just to be safe. Just to make sure we've not missed anything. Yeah. I wonder if the shifty guy knows anything. Because the kid's not going to know anything, he's a kid. I mean, he knows lots of things, but I don't think he's going to know anything about that. But this guy, he's super shifty.
It's me
and
again.
that carpet has the same pattern as the matchbook.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
Ah! Give to
Yeah,
me!
there you go.
Give to me! A la mode.
Ah, secret staircase. Cheers, mate. I'm sorry I called you shifty. I didn't mean anything by it, honest. Oh, this place is nice.
Many beneficent greetings, my most fortunate possible.
I thought there was something up with that carpet.
Huh? Do I know you, mister?
No, no. And again I say, no. But, my friend, do you not see our mutual good fortune in this meeting?
How frank do you want me to be?
You are a traveler, yes?
Boy, you must be the world's greatest detective.
No.
Oh, he's so sassy.
I am told that is Sherlock Holmes of the big forehead and slipper full of shag. I, as contrast, am world's greatest luxury taxi driver.
I can see where this is going.
I am Ultar, taxi driver and luxury guide per excellent. Yes.
This I had to hear.
Where does your
Do you,
heart desire to go? Simply mention the name to your obedient servant, and we shall fly there, swift as the eagle.
Oh, well, I don't really want to leave Marib yet, but I'm sure that if I do, you'll be the first to know.
Is good. You know where you want to go, you come to Ultar.
Thanks. See you around, Ultar.
Thank
Be
you, Ultar.
having a pleasant day, full of shining experiences and happiness, my friend.
I need to sit up. I'm shrimping and moving further away from the microphone again.
Hi. Nice club you've got here. I was wondering if you could help me. What? I mean, I beg your pardon? I'm sorry, but I don't understand.
No surprise there, alrighty. He says sorry, but he not speak English.
But he didn't say anything.
He not have tongue.
No tongue?
Oh,
What happened?
you bugger.
It was bet.
And he lost.
He won. You should see other chappie. Oh, yes.
Fuck.
I hadn't
If
felt
that's the
need to
winner.
spit since I was 12. I had neither the time nor the money to buy anything.
He's such a spoil sport. Got a door there.
Damn, the door's locked. I'm sorry? Did you say something?
He say you not to go in toilet. Read sign, matey.
Matey?
It lose something in translation.
By staring hard at the notice and squinting, I discovered I couldn't understand a word of it.
Ah, shit. We can't understand the sign, that means we can go in there, right? Darth Vaul, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome on in.
And possible future client.
Well, you never know. Would you mind talking to me?
Is most agreeable. This is how Ultar learned such splendid English, yes? Yes.
Oh, wow, that's a lot of things to talk about. Yeah, thank you for the follow, Darth Vaul. I hope you're having a fantastic day.
This place is certainly hard to find.
Oh, yes, it is most exclusive. The membership can be no more than... Kind sir, what would you guess the population of the village to be?
Gee, I don't know, a couple of thousand?
Then I would estimate the membership to be no more than a couple of thousand.
What do you make of that boy in the market, Nejo?
Nejo? Ha! Ayub's boy is too big for sandals. I speak splendid English and he laugh. He say, Ultar, you big ox, you split infinitive. I say, I split your head if you stay still long enough.
Brutal.
Funny, yes?
Hilarious.
But fair.
You should be on cable. Do you know anything about the Templars?
Of course.
Yes? What can you tell me?
Great she-bop band of the 60s.
No, that's not really...
Who put the bop in the bop, 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 bop?
Yeah, eternal questions.
Poor George. Very much out of his depth all of a sudden.
What do you know about the kebab seller?
A most miserable man. Ultar say, cheery up, matey mate, it might never happen. And he say, shut up, Ultar.
Fancy that.
Not at all. Arto has face like the drizzle that falls on the midweek afternoon. Whatever that is.
Have you met
I like Ultar.
Have Ultar met them? Have Ultar met them? Yes, Ultar have met them.
And?
They most ungenerous. Ultar offer to show them wonders of countryside. They say, is there anything ancient? Ultar say, yes, of course. Nature is ancient.
He's not
they
wrong.
say, no, anything ancient made by men. And Ultar say, have you seen Taxi? Fan belt older than Ozymandias. Ha 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 ha! But they gone.
No, I like him. He's funny.
Could you tell me what that sign means?
It's a door stay shut until brush come back. Signed, the management.
Oh, well, what does that mean?
Manager buy lovely new toilet brush, leaves it by wash basin for 10 minutes, come back, it's been stolen. Not even out of wrapper. He damn cross. Lock up toilet and say, nobody use fine pristine toilet until brush given back. We say, what we do till then, eh? He say, cross legs and use superior willpower.
And that's what you've been doing?
No, Ultar use bucket.
Thank you, Ultar. You've been very helpful.
Fare you most splendid,
In
good
the
sir.
most unhelpful way possible, but you've been very helpful. You've certainly lightened the mood. I like him. He's fun. Very laid back. Thank you, my fine shifty fellow. I'm gonna go this way now. Off we pop. I think the thing that's been catching my attention on the kebab stand might be the toilet brush. It looks very toilet brushy.
It was a kebab stand, and an ugly one at that.
Can I?
In the still air, the smell hung around like bad smells do. It was a kebab stand.
No. It still won't let me interact with it. Maybe I've just got to talk to him.
Hello again, sir.
Hello, kebab? Yes?
No.
Well,
It's really
goodbye.
bugging me.
Have a nice day.
Most good.
Like, normally when somebody's, for want of a better description, fiddling with something in the scenery, as much as he is there, it's to get your attention so that you know that that's the thing that you can pick up and interact with, but I can't pick it up or interact with it. I can't even acknowledge its presence. It's maddening. And it could be nothing. It could just be that they've designed it that way so that he's got a little bit more character and a little bit more movement. But it's bugging me something fierce. They've made the Eviscerator such a satisfying weapon to use. Just goes through hordes like butter. Really, Rust. I take it you're having a lot of fun with Dark Tide then. Let's go talk to the little lad again.
Hi, Nijo.
Hello again, sir. And how may I help you
I'm
this
really glad you're
time?
enjoying it. Oh, we've got lots of things
Guy's
to talk to
selling us
Nijo
the
about
best.
now.
Oh, that's Arto. A miserable blighter to be sure, sir.
He doesn't seem very happy.
He never
doesn't.
is. Day in, day out, a face like a wet Wednesday. Whatever one of those is.
Does he speak any English?
Not cogently, no.
I met an interesting guy earlier, a cab driver.
Ah, that would have to be Ultar, a barbaric sort of chap.
Oh, he's not that bad.
You
No,
know
he's
how
not.
he speaks in pidgin English? That's how he speaks in Arabic too.
Oh. He only speaks Arabic and bad Arabic.
What do you know about that couple?
And he's not very good at them.
They're American.
Is that all?
The chap's a little odd. As for
Oh,
the
maybe
lady,
Sinister.
it's a
I thought that
funny
was just
thing, but I get the impression
to like
she's a
talk to
lot
him about
cleverer
to
than
talk
she's
to him
letting
in general.
So long, Nijo.
Toodle pip, sir.
Okay, we have nothing else to talk to Nijo about, so we're gonna go back to that guy and see if now that we've had the lowdown about him, we can.
Hello again, sir.
Hello. Kebab? Yes?
That's
Well,
a no on that
goodbye.
front.
Have a nice
Let's
day.
see what we can
Most
do.
good.
It was a kebab stand, and an ugly one. In the still air, the smell.
Yeah, it's just it turns into a mouth when his arm's over it, so that's just him, unfortunately.
Suddenly, I realized the horrific truth. The
Oh.
guy was basting the kebabs with a toilet brush. It may
There we
never have seen
go.
the inside of a toilet bowl, but it
Had
was
to right
still
click
hardly
on him.
appetizing.
That's horrendous. Okay, so
In the still air, the smell hung around like bad smells.
maybe he's
do.
grumpy because he's using his superior willpower. Well, if he put the toilet brush back, he wouldn't need to. Okay, so we found the toilet brush. It was something. I wasn't just going daft. He can't really talk to us though. How will he baste his kebabs? Buy a new toilet brush? Instead of stealing somebody else's? Okay. We'll try one last time, because now we
Hello
know that the
again,
toilet
sir.
brush is there. Maybe he'll talk to us.
Hello. Kebab? Yes?
No.
Well, goodbye. Have a nice day.
Most good.
I've got to admit, if I found out that somewhere was basting their kebabs with a toilet brush, whether it be a brand new one or not, I'd probably also not want to buy a kebab. You there, intelligent child,
Hi,
help
Nijo.
me.
Hello again, sir. And how may I help you this time?
Look, this is going to sound a bit strange, but I need Arto's brush.
What? The brush he bastes the kebabs with?
Yes.
Let me find some dirty postcards for you instead.
Nijo, this is serious. Arto stole that brush he's using from a friend, and I want to get it back.
Perhaps I could help you, old chap. Maybe? Perhaps?
Maybe what? Perhaps what?
I do not wish to seem mercenary, sir, but I am a merchant, and merchants trade.
Merchant? This isn't Sears and Roebuck here.
Well, if you're going to be disagreeable...
No, you're right. What would you like?
What have you got?
We've got the hand zapper, which is kind of fun, but I kind of want to keep that. Got a ball.
What do you think of this,
A ball?
eh?
Oh, sir, what a splendid plaything.
There we
One
go.
day, when I am rich, I am going to build a world-renowned collection of brightly colored balls.
Are you serious?
In deadly earnest, people will come from far and wide to see my
Yes?
collection. The Rockefellers and the Gettys can keep their hordes of so-called fine art. But answer me
I
this.
appreciate
What
that they
good
didn't
is a
say what
castle
they were
like a
clearly
city
leading us to
if you
think they were
cannot
going to say
bounce it
there.
off a wall?
You may have a point.
Sir, for such a
'Cause
marvelous thing, I would gladly
He's a
help.
kid.
I thought merchants were supposed to be wily and never reveal what they really want.
Bah! I say to mercantile greed, I have the soul of the aesthete, and I desire that red bouncy thing beyond reason. Do you understand?
Not really. If I give you the...
I've already told you. I'll help you if you give me the ball.
Yeah, just take the ball. It is of no use to me. Have it.
All right.
Have the
Here
ball.
you go.
One ball.
People say bad things about Americans, but you're okay in my book.
What people? What bad things?
Never mind that now. Remember the brush?
Right. Yes, the brush.
All you have to do with Arto is be polite. It lightens his day, makes it all worthwhile for him again.
How can I be polite to the guy when I can't speak a word of Syrian?
Arabic.
That's what I meant.
Simply memorize this phrase.
I love that the NPCs correct him. I really do.
Close enough. Now, go over to Arto and deliver those honeyed words even unto his delicate ear. He won't be able to do enough for you.
Really?
Really.
I'd like to know what we've just been taught to say.
What exactly does Il Akul Kalb mean?
A polite but subtly complimentary greeting. He won't be able to do enough for you.
Do we have any folks in chat that know any Arabic and can confirm what it actually means?
Sir.
Hello again, sir.
He's gonna punch George, isn't he? I get the feeling.
Yes.
I don't know any Arabic really, but my guess would be I'd like a kebab.
Il Akul Kalb?
Filthy. Bad.
He didn't like that.
I'll kill you.
Whoa, calm down. I just... Feet, do your thing.
That kid just tried to get us murdered. But it looks like he has helped us. Welcome back from the Lurkers Lounge, Cyborg.
Hi, Nijo. What the heck did you tell me to tell him?
Patience, sir.
Patience? Patience? I've been chased by a homicidal kebab seller, and you expect me to be patient?
I mean,
But
that's
consider,
fair.
Sir, while you were running from the irate Arto wasn't using the brush.
Hold on. Are you telling me that I've been used as a diversionary tactic?
Your
Yes,
brush,
George.
sir.
I can't believe
Smart
that
kid.
you put me on that kebab
Very smart
seller's
kid.
death list for a toilet brush.
Justified the means, sir.
Yeah, but I noticed it wasn't your butt that was on the line, though.
They also serve who only stand and wait, sir.
Oh, spare me. Oh, it's okay. Nothing.
That was good. That was good. The kid kept his promise. He may not have gone about it in the way that George was expecting, but he did keep his promise. Hey, buddy. Let me in. Thank you. Okay, once I have delivered the toilet brush onto its correct owner, I think I will send you lovely folks off somewhere else. I like the kid looked at George and said, "There's a Bertie Wooster if I ever seen one." Waggle a toilet brush in his face. A toilet
again,
brush
friend.
covered in
There
kebab
wasn't
grease.
much point in trying to launch an in-depth conversation when I couldn't speak Arabic and he couldn't speak. period. Well, I did know a few words of Arabic, but doubted the wisdom of using them.
Here's your brush, sir. It wasn't easy getting it back.
Bathroom key.
The manager took the brush from me, gave me the toilet keys as my reward, and stomped off.
What was all that about?
Manager, he say, bah, look at state of this. Need much cleaning in detergent before go around my, you Ben.
He said all that?
Body language account for much, you know? Oh, yes, indeedy.
I really like this guy.
I knew the door was locked.
You've got the key in your pocket, George. Do you need me to do everything for you? Honestly. Okay, we're officially in Silent Hill 2 now.
I hadn't drunk anything since the morning, and I didn't need to use it.
George, you need to stay hydrated. I had the stream on in the background while I played The Room 2. Did you enjoy it, Cyborg? Is there anything for us to do in here? They are very good puzzle games. I can't remember if I actually own any of them on Steam, but I played, I think, all of them actually on my mobile when they came out on mobile originally. Same with the Rusty Lake games. I played all them on my phone as well. I've been going back to them on Steam recently to try and get the achievements. Okay, it doesn't look like there's anything else to interact with in here. Then Long Fang for getting me into them. That's fair. We've got... No, okay.
Hey, have you taken your medication today yet?
Oh shit, I've not taken
Why
my
the
meds
fuck
today.
not?
Thank you, Cyborg. I had completely forgotten to medicate. Thank you for the reminder. I quite like the music in here. Nice one. Thank you, Cyborg, for reminding us all to medicate. Much appreciated. Oh, is this another one of those situations, perhaps? I'm gonna... It doesn't stop being a... No, we can fuck around with it. We can't do anything else. Okay.
It was a
Let me
roller
right-click
towel
it.
dispenser.
There's more than one key on here. Can we use the keys on it? Yes, we can. We're just gonna steal the towel.
There didn't seem much point in closing the dispenser. Even closed, it would be obviously empty.
Oh, lovely, Hans. Well, you have a good time. That sounds like it'll be nice and fun. Enjoy. So, we've just gone through the rigmarole of stealing back the toilet brush that got the toilets locked in the first place, so that we could steal something else from the toilets. Seems a little counterintuitive if you ask me, but... Actually, it looks like we could probably take the chain as well. I'm just looking at... Because it looks more in the foreground than the rest of the... Yep, we're just going to steal the toilet chain as well.
Oops.
Yeah, oops. That's definitely your actual reaction there, George. Well done. Okay, there doesn't look to be anything else that is obviously not part of the background in here now. So maybe wet the towel, but I don't know what we need the towel for, just that we can take it. So we'll just carry on. I was going to ask him about the photograph we've got earlier, but I didn't want to cause a ruckus.
Hello again, Ultar.
Praise be to Allah. I am blessed with your bountiful presence once more.
I mean, that's one way to describe me being here.
Have you seen this man before?
Oh, most certainly. Was here only yesterday.
There we go.
Yesterday? My God, he's close.
Yes, he was asking a lot of questions, just like you.
What did he ask about?
He asked about American called Stoby.
Stobart?
Yes, Stobart. You know him.
The killer knew my name.
What else
did he ask about?
He asked about German man called Klobner.
I tried to remember the name of the man the conspiracy had lost in Syria. Was his name Klausner?
Sure, that is what Ultar said. Klausner. I told this man in the picture.
Close enough.
Klausner wanted to go up to Bull's Head.
Hold on, he wanted to go where?
Bull's Head. Big hill, 10 miles out of town. Maybe 60.
When was that?
Oh, maybe a week ago.
Okay, so we know where we need to go. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it almost there for the week, and we'll pick up here next Sunday. But before we go, I'm gonna use the Arabic phrase that we've been taught. See what happens. I'm gonna save first, actually, because
Bye for now, Ultar.
May good fortune follow you, mister.
I feel like somebody is actually going to kill us if we use it on them.
Hello again, Ultar.
Praise be to Allah.
And Ultar strikes me as the kind of guy that you want to keep him on side.
What does Il Akal Kalb mean?
Who teach you that?
Nejo told me to say it to Arto.
And Arto come after you with big knife, yes?
Yeah, how did you know?
I know Arto. You tell him in bad Arabic that his kebab's made from dog meat.
I said he was using
Oh.
dog food? No wonder he went crazy.
No. Ultar not mean meat for dog. Ultar mean meat of dog.
Oh. Ew.
Okay, cool. So the only person that's likely to kill us for saying that is Arto then. Fair enough. Right.
See you around, Ultar.
Fare you most splendid, good sir.
So we'll leave it there. And I am going to go and get another snack because I am really hungry today. I don't know what's up with me. Oh, a little sleepy too, actually, now that I think about it. Today is a hungry Sunday. It really is monologued. Do we still have desktop audio on this scene? Because I might just... No, we don't. That's a shame. Like, just finishing out with the music from the game would have been great. Most welcome, Mono. So, thank you everyone for coming along today. It's been a really good time. I've had a lot of fun. George has been as feckless as ever. It's been great. I want to say a special thank you to Monologued and Angelus for the raids. Very much appreciated. And thank you to Amber and Darthfall for the follows as well. I will be back on Wednesday painting the Flower Night for Hobby Happy Hour.
Goodbye.
Quite looking forward to that. I've got some other stuff with it to show you as well. Let's see who we can raid. Can we raid anyone? Either my Twitch integration for my Stream Deck has broken while we've been live, or nobody is live. So I think the Twitch integration's broken. Here we go. Do it the old-fashioned way. Oh, I think I know where we're going. Okay. Oh, my caps lock's on. Is that right? Have I typed it right? I have. Okay. So,
Goodbye.
You're most welcome, Torpor and Wheezy, and Ash as well. I'm so glad, Wheezy. So we are gonna see if this works in all caps first of all. We're gonna go over and visit Scruffy Fox, who is doing some watercolour and chill, which I think is a fantastic way to finish out a Sunday. Yeah, massive thank you everyone for coming along today. I've had a really, really nice time. And I hope you all have too. I don't really have anything else I need to say. Oh, I never did my stream admin at the end of the stream on last night because of everything that went off. The Community Challenge Silent Hill tours are being postponed until the new year because my co-host, DMAC, aka David Vania, is unavailable for most of December for multiple reasons. It's that time of year, shit happens. I was sort of expecting this might happen, so we'll be picking that up in the new year. But we've got plenty of other spooky games to play on the Late Night Lounge in the meantime anyway. Right, with all that said, I'm going to head off. I hope you all take care of yourselves, take care of each other, wash your fucking hands, and have a great week, everybody, however you're spending it. Bye-bye.